It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set up, 30 base. Let's go, D. General West. It's going to be a long day.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. The man with over 1,000 catches, Jason Witten, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Returnable for Grant. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd down, Winston. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the 1st down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let's go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now McCoy. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. 57 mark. 3 bud.
The former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett, the rookie with the carry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jordan Scarlett, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Smith, and this is Cook with a grab. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Smith. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Hopkins, his 19th touchdown now on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw again on second down. Winston fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Jarrell Casey with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. On third down, Winston. throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 25 yards that time. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. These two teams all tied after one.
7-8-3.
On first down, it's Gore. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing on second and 14. Smith. Oh, he's looking, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards. Smith now to throw. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Throwing is Smith, and he rifles one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. To the air again, Smith. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They'll start on the ground with McCord. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taylor Gabriel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Gore again here on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Now the ball comes loose and picked up by the Chargers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 20 on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Gay is on for the point after. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
On 2nd and 10, Smith buying time to his left. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, L.A. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And the catch made by Hopkins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
And 2 stars.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jared Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Winston. And the pressure gets to him again. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He finds Hopkins complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Smith now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Smith. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. The final shot here before break. Smith going deep for Hopkins. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking deep for Gabriel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his goal line here, Smith completes it to Jason Witten. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Gore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and now it's second down.
60 outlaw. Here we go.
Now Smith. Throwing again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now it's Smith, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10. Here's Smith, going to throw again. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 18. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
A CD, congratulations are in order because he just passed Barry Sanders and moved into third place all-time on the NFL rushing list.
And just think of what that gives him in terms of cachet, in terms of respect, because many people think Barry Sanders is the greatest running back that's ever played. Now, on the all-time rushing list, third, ahead of him now, how about this? Walter Payton and Emmitt Smith.
That's pretty good company, folks.
X3, 218, chop it.
53's the mic. 53, check 53. I'm coming.
Smith on third down. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll sneak it with Smith. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Everyone got four down. Check. Check nickel.
Smith keeps it on the sneak. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jason Witten, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead.
27, Vikings 24.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now Scarlett. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Yeah, ready. 53. Mike. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Gore now running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. He's got Smith here. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
13 spill.
And here's carry number 10 for Frank Gore. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Smith. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. A first down throw for Winston. It's caught. Beckham. Room here to run. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 21st touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, Smith. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now on second down, this is Gore. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They will start the drive with Scarlett. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. From the gun, Winston. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Odell Beckham. Touchdown number 22 on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And some room to roam now. This is going to be a Charger touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't going nowhere.
On the jet sweep, here's Grant. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working.